Now I'll go through a case study of my daughter. She was 5 years old at this time of X-ray. Now the X-ray is super important for me to see exactly what's happening to the patient. It's vital. Now looking here, you can see obvious problems here is the pelvis already is rotated. Okay, see the obturator is much bigger. That's pretty much double the size of this one, the left compared to the right, which means the pelvis is rotated. You can see this is very narrow, this is very wide. So when she's standing, she's already rotating like this. She's already twisting out. She also has a short leg on the left. Okay, so if you go to the top of the femur head, you can see if I bring it down, you see that's lower and that's higher. She already has a short leg on the left. Now, what's going to happen because of that is her spine is going to tilt. So you can see how she tilts a little bit to the left, here L3, and then here it tilts to the right. Now, this is potentially going to be a problem of scoliosis. I can see already this L3 needs to be checked. Because scoliosis, especially in young females, this area is where it usually will turn. It will usually turn to an S shape if it gets worse, and then turn in like this, and then become scoliosis through here as well. Because of this tilting here, you see how it's not straight. It's subtle, but it goes to the right. You can see what's happening with the head. She already has a left head tilt. Her jaw here is already shifting to the right. So when she's standing, she's tilted, like she's dropped on the left, her spine is tilting, and because of that, her head's tilting back. She already has a left head tilt. If you look at all the photos, when she stands, she's like this all the time, left head tilt. And I can see it's coming because the foundation from below is not stable. That's why we need X-rays. You cannot see this. Yes, you may better see the head tilt on photos, but you don't know why. You may think, okay, it's really a neck problem, but no, it's actually coming from the low back, coming from the pelvis not being level because of the short leg. This is the side view. The side view, there's a few things. One is her sacral base angle, more like vertical than what it should be. It should be more horizontal. So it should be more of a 45-degree angle. So it's a little bit too upright. This here, she's totally lost this whole lumbar curve. It curves a little, but at L3 it goes straight up, all the way up into the mid-thoracic. This should be a lot more curved. Okay, so it should be a lot more of a lumbar lordosis. Potentially, this issue, which correlates with this one, L3, potentially as she gets older, she will develop irregular periods. Now I can see that already because this area, this upper lumbar area is typical. If this area is straightened already at this age, at 5 years old, and it never changes, we don't ever get that to curve more, that's going to start to misalign easier and easier. It's going to keep putting pressure through this area. This area can also cause digestive issues. Now, because this area is not developed, which means that the thoracic never develops. Plus the neck is already straightening up. Okay, the neck should be, because she's lost the curve here, this starts to go forwards. So she's starting to go this. She's starting to hunch forwards as a compensation reaction to this. In my daughter's case, it really stems from the low back. We need to look at the sacrum, get this angled forwards to get this to curve more. If this curves more, then the thoracic will curve more, and then the neck also will start to curve more. If this doesn't change, she may develop like a very straight neck, which it already is, but even a slightly reversed neck curve, which will then cause headaches, migraines, dizziness, nausea, vertigo, problems like that later on. There's no way you can see this on the patient. You need X-rays. Like, it tells me so much information. If I don't have the X-rays, it's inaccurate. I'm thinking, okay, I may be adjusting the neck, but it's really come from the low back. So I may not concentrate on the low back because I see the head tilt. I know you're probably scared of the radiation, the issue with radiation, but what you see here on X-ray, the information I gather from the X-ray, it really outweighs the risk involved with radiation. The dosage now is very little anyway. You want your kids to get checked, yes, but then you don't want X-rays and you don't want treatment. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, you really need the X-rays. It tells you potentially what's going to happen later on in life, the potential issues that's going to happen. You also need a stable foundation of, okay, the progress. Because this is the first X-ray, a full spine X-ray that my daughter's taken at 5 years old. We're definitely going to retake an X-ray, maybe say 2 years' time, to see the changes. And changes will happen in kids.